Hello everyone, welcome back to another book review. So I just finished reading this book by Jhumpa Lahiri, In Other Words, and this is a very special book by this author because first of all, as we all know, Jhumpa Lahiri has won Pulitzer Prize for his novel in English writing, but this book is written originally by Jhumpa Lahiri itself in Italian language. After an age of almost 25 years, she started learning a new language that is Italian, and she's writing also in this language. So that's very special about. Another special thing is that all of her novels, be it Interpreter of Maladies or Namesake or Lowland or Unaccustomed Earth, which are her total books in English writing, were always been the category of fictional writing. But this particular book is a non-fiction. And one most important thing which I forgot to mention in the intro was that this book is written in Italian language by Jhumpa Lahiri originally, and this is translated in English because I read it in English, and this is translated in English from Italian by Amy Goldstein. So yes, we should always give due respect and credit to translators also. Now let's just start the proper book review. It is around 200 pages long. The language is very simple, steady, poetic, imaginative. Picturesque and very Lahiri like. So you will love reading this book. You will just flow through it. So, but yet, because this is a memoir and a genre which we can say reflective writing, whereas the writer is writing and learning in another language, and she is reflecting her own thoughts and experiences also. So it is a very personal work from Lahiri's side, and that is why you might see some change of tone or speed also. So it is not like her other novels which we have read or you must have read. This is a very unique piece of writing, but yes, we can feel the same essence of Lahiri's writing in this book also. However, we should remember that this is a translated version, so we are not meeting the author um, firsthand. The piece is delivered to us by the translator, so there might be some difference of style, which, but I don't think there is any major difference as far as the flavor or the tone of the language is concerned. So in this regard, the translator has also done a wonderful job. Now, if we talk about the major themes of this book, as always, as in other previous novels of Lahiri, the major themes are identity, immigration, immigrant experiences because she's an Indian immigrant, second generation Indian immigrant to America, and now she is immigrated to or moved to Rome, Italy, to learn the new language and to adapt to the atmosphere of this new language. So on one hand, we see her dedication towards this new language, and on other hand, we can feel and see how she is looking for she is seeking a new identity in a new culture in a new society. So as always, we can see the sense of alienation, exile, identity crisis, a sense of a search for belonging. How these themes are also reflected in the thoughts and experiences of writer in this book also. Apart from this, how this book is different from Lahiri's other books or novels is that it explores these experiences, inner and outer, both the experiences, linguistic experiences and her emotional experiences with this new language. So, if you are a person who has learned any language, or if you have learned English also as second language, so you might relate to the experience of Lahiri in this, because she tells that there are some quotes which I would like to share. Example, once in this book, she says that when I started learning Italian, I used to read in Italian a lot and I used to listen Italian. But whenever for a particular time I am with my teacher, then I am completely comfortable with this language. But once I leave the classes and return back to my home, I again come into an atmosphere of English. So I feel a duality of my personality, a break in my personality also. There's one personality who is comfortable in Italian, but once I return back to my home or outside my classes, once I am outside my classes, I completely forget or this connection with Italian. So to understand and to grasp this language fully, she decides to move to Rome, Italy. But there also she faces a very strange bias because of her appearance. That she has been learning Italian for like almost a year. She is proficient in it. She is composing a book in this language. Still, when she goes to shopping with her family, because her husband is more foreign looking than her, because of her Indian genes, So the shopkeepers and other staff treats her like a foreigner, like a stranger, and her husband like a native person. Uh, but the truth is that her husband is not that fluent or proficient in Italian, who makes mistakes, whereas author is now quite comfortable with this language. But these cultural, physical aspects never lets her find these proper footing in this new society or in this new culture or country. This book deals how language is not just a means of communication; it's a means of cultural identity, personal exploration, also, and why she felt the need to start writing all drastically in another language when she has already become a famous name in one language. I mean, can you understand? Can you even think of about it once you have established yourself in a particular field, and then suddenly out of the blue, you just think of erasing your identity and creating a new identity in a new language, which you are not even accustomed with completely. So that's a very radical step in from author's side, and she also knows it. But there's a personal meaning to it. She wants to find a personal identity because her first language, which was Bengali, was given to her by her parents, and somehow she felt a burden of past with this language. And English has been a language which is provided uh, to her by the circumstances, by the circumstances of her childhood or schooling. So, in both these languages, the author did not have any agency or her own choices, and perhaps that is why she chose voluntarily to give up everything and create her own identity, her new identity. So, I also like this concept pretty much. Apart from this, there are some metaphorical explanations which denotes author's emotional journey, which goes behind this learning of new language. Those were also very dramatic and very beautifully explained. Conclusively, I can say that this book is not like her other novels, which is just a story of some characters. This is a very personal journey of author, but not from an author's perspective. It tells you these experiences from multiple point of view. You can see a point of view of writer also because she has incorporated some of her initially written stories in this book, which are written in Italian. So you can see the growth of a budding writer also because she is just starting in a new language. So you can explore that also. Yeah, this book also points out some experiences from a perspective of reader or a new learner because she is learning a new language and she is immersing herself in the atmosphere of this new language, and for that she is becoming a great reader in Italian language. And we also can learn from this because what mistake we do while learning a new language or learning English also. We just think that there are only four components of learning any language: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And we always think that we have to focus only on two aspects, that is listening and speaking, because often people ask how can we speak better English by listening or by watching English movies, but that's not the truth. Secondly, even if we understand that these two components are not enough, people think of only writing in English, that we can start how can we improve our writing skills, but how can you improve your writing skills in one particular language if you are not reading enough content or this content in that particular language, be it English, Hindi, or any other language. So reading, at least in Indian society, is a very ignored habit, and one should incorporate it in their day-to-day life. However, I think then from author's perspective, the fifth component also, which we often forget, that if you want to learn a new language, you have to think in that language. If you want to learn English properly, you have to start thinking in English. Don't try to translate it in your mind. It will take time. And because you want to think in English, that is why you are creating an atmosphere of that particular language, be it English or Italian or Hindi, by these four components, that is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So these all the points are interconnected. It's a very basic reflection of a new learner of another language, and I really like the ingenuity and honesty with which Lahari has written all these explanations. So at the end, I can just say that this book is an exploration of author uh, of losing herself and finding herself via words in another language. So that's it from my side. I hope you like this review and to enjoy this. This is a very wonderful book, and I think if you are learning some language or even if you are trying to learn English, this book will help you. One, by improving your vocabulary and your making you custom to the language, and secondly by giving you an internal perspective of a new learner, so you can resonate with. So that's it. Thank you for watching. So there are some quotations also which I wanted to incorporate at the end of this video. So here are some. You live in a country where your own language is considered foreign, you can feel a continuous sense of estrangement. In my case, there is another distance, another stigma. I don't know Bengali perfectly. I don't know how to read it or even write it. I have an accent. I speak without authority. And so I've always perceived a distinction between it and me. As a result, I consider my mother tongue paradoxically a foreign language too. There's another one. Because in the end, to learn a language, to feel connected to it, you have to have a dialogue, however childlike, however imperfect. Another. After each lesson, I feel both exhausted and ready. For the next, after saying goodbye, after closing the gate behind me, I can't wait to return.